Hello, Cindy Benson here. We're going to take a quick look at 3 short videos about canine behavior. What you're seeing here, this is Wolfie. Wolfie belongs to Jen. She is a graduate of my online course, Novice to Experts. I've been working with her with this dog since about January, so 5 months. He's made a lot of progress with her. He's a single dog and she's trying to figure out how to add a partner. And so part of that is evaluating his social skills, his strengths, and thinking about what a partner dog might need to look like for him. So she's had some local people come and visit with dogs so she can get a read on Wolfie and learn more about him. And over the time that I've been working with her, Wolfie has just blossomed. He's turned into, his skills get better all the time. Her relationship gets better all the time. So Wolfie is close to us. The visiting dog is on the other side of the fence. These people are being cautious, both Jen and the people that own the visiting dog. She states that they want these dogs on long lines if they're going to be together, and she is on Wolfie's side. I think her husband, maybe her husband, and the owner of the little dog on the other side of the fence are on that dog's side. So just to start with, Wolfie is tall. He's not intimidated by this situation. He's got a lot of off-switch behaviors in his body, so he's telling her that he'd like to interact, but he's being really polite about it. She's showing a little bit of stress. That lip lick that you see right there is a little bit of concern on her part, or maybe, communication to him that she comes in peace. But notice where she is. She is not on a long line. She's wearing a harness, but she's not on a long line, and she's chosen to be right up next to him. On the fence, she's kind of back towards her haunches in a little bit of a play behavior. She's facing him directly on, not laterally, so she's feeling some confidence about this. And her stance is an invitation to him to interact a little bit. So we'll let this play and take a look.
Good voice.
So Jen is who's talking there. This little dog, this one, has moved down the fence and stayed next to him. These people, the handlers, are in a really good position. They're close enough to her that they can move her away if she needs to be, but they're not standing against the fence luring her to Wolfie. She has complete choice here, and so does Wolfie. And these dogs know it, and so they're moving with some freedom. So the fact that she's moving up and down the fence instead of away, she's not showing stress behaviors anymore. Her tail is kind of hiked a little bit and soft. She's asking him to engage, and he's doing just a flawless job of reading her. He didn't start with these skills. This is a reflection of Jen's hard work with this dog.
Oh, yeah, good boy. That was a good response.
So she's right. The dog gave a little rumble and got down a little bit and pushed back Wolfie, I think, to see if she could, to see if he was going to respect her or not. She's not concerned enough to move away. She wasn't very invested in that, but it was a good check-in, and it was good information for the handlers. The people on the visiting dog side know that she's just made a request and it was met favorably. Jen knows that when a dog puts pressure like that on Wolfie, that he will be soft and back off and be appropriate. He didn't know how to do that very well when he first came into my life. So both these people on both sides of the fence got a really good read about the emotional well-being of these dogs and how well they're handling this interaction. Are their brains too busy and triggered to think, or are they present and thinking? That's a lot of progress for Wolfie. He used to be kind of wound tight and had a harder time having good presence of mind, and he's just flawless here. It's really fun for me to watch.
If they say no, you back off. Good boy.
So that amount of teeth and whatnot and shift back on her haunches, that's a play invitation. That's not, and Wolfie knows it. Look at him. Whoa, cool, playmate friend. And she is not concerned about his up in the air big body. She's engaging him and asking him for some more, which is really lovely to watch. Their dialogue back and forth, they're making it really easy to read for both of them. That right there was a shake-off. It's a shake-off of stress or an emotional reset, just a stress, tension, whatever. And stress is not a bad thing. Stress is that she kind of had a lot on her mind. She was a little bit wound up about it. She's figured out a lot. She kind of shook it off and let it go. And now she's going to go and move with Wolfie. And Wolfie knows it. Look at him. This is a great friend to come and visit. So she's moving laterally down the fence. She's interested enough in him to stay close. She could leave. She could go on the far perimeter of that pasture. She could go anywhere she wants. She's choosing to stay and engage with him. She's got her nose down on the ground. That, again, is some information to him. Yes, she's working. She's dialing in her environment and getting an olfactory hit, but she's also saying something to Wolfie in doing so, and look at him match that. So it's a little bit of diffuse the situation. She's taken herself out of eye contact. She's moving laterally. Her head is down. She's slowed down, and Wolfie is matching it. If he was frustrated by her back off just slightly, he might jump up and down and bark and beg for her attention. He's meeting her moderated movement in a very mirrored match behavior. These are real good skills that are being demonstrated by both these dogs, even though Wolfie lives alone. So these handlers are smart. They haven't put a hand on this dog. They haven't interrupted her behavior. And rather than stand still and watch what these dogs are going to do, they're moving laterally. That diffuses the energy for both dogs. It keeps them engaged and moving instead of it dilutes energy rather than concentrating energy. So moving along laterally with dogs in a situation where somebody might be keyed up is just all kinds of smart. And they're doing a great job. This handler is carrying a long line in case she needs it, but she's staying out of her dog's way. It's really, really nice. Wolfie's such a good boy.
Good boy.
So he's got a little whine there, but he's not barking. He's not losing his mind. He'd just like her to come back. It makes sense to me. So we'll take a look at the next one. So this is about 15 minutes later, Jen says. Look at the zoomies this dog has got. She's figured out that Wolfie is fun, that he'll respect her a little bit. Wolfie thinks she's wonderful. Look at this, kiss, kiss. Both dogs are up, happy, moving fast. The handlers are staying out of it, which is lovely. The long line is on there for safety and for comfort of the comfort of everybody. It's an extra step than what this video process shows was needed, but they don't know that, and it's wise. I'm all for it. So Jen states that the owner of the visiting dog did not want these dogs to be off long lines. She asked that they stay on long lines. She's managing her dog on a short line. The dog looks comfortable with it. I like this management better. And Wolfie is really familiar with being on a long line. He knows that being on a long line means that he has a lot of autonomy. He's allowed to go out and make his choices, and the handler will follow him. So he knows he's not supposed to stay with the man. He's supposed to go and be a dog, and he's doing beautifully at it. This handler is doing a good job of keeping him from being entangled by this, but he's doing it really softly. He's not micromanaging. He's not hovering over Wolfie. He's giving him a lot of room. Really nice handling by these people. It's definitely part of the success of this dog-to-dog interaction. The handlers and Jen set them up for success. They've obviously orchestrated this, talked about it. Jen has developed a lot of wisdom about this, and thankfully she's the one with the camera, so we all get to learn from it. It's really nice to be able to record things like this and then go back and watch them. I'm sure she learned a lot more about how this went by watching the video than she did in real time, because that's just too much multitasking. So this dog chose to move away. She's not pushed back by Wolfie. She's just working. She's got her nose down and she's working. This handler's staying out of her way pretty well. Wolfie took that really well. Instead of barking and charging and being all worked up about it, he put his nose down and he went to work. So they're comfortable. They're showing working behaviors, good social skills with each other. They're interacting, but they're not. They have a really good balance here. I love this environment for them to work in. It's very enriching to just move around in. It's Wolfie's territory, but for her, it's a really cool place, and so she's going to work, and that means that both these dogs are using good thinking brains in this circumstance, which makes them best able to use their good social skills and ask for what they need and be heard. Wolfie glances back at his mom like, "Are you here? This is fun." So look at how up these dogs are, how soft their bodies are, tails kind of hiked up in the air, loose mouth. Wolfie here, this dog's mouth is not tightly closed. Both these dogs are really, really comfortable with this circumstance. That's lovely. That is just all kinds of beautiful. That is such feedback to Jen and the handlers that they ace this, that they set these dogs up for success. The dogs are able to be dogs and read each other and do really well and be happy. Wolfie's got 4 feet on the ground. He's thinking. You can see him think. She feels safe enough to reach toward him. This is really beautiful. And I don't know where this went from here, whether they turned the dogs loose, whether this dog stuck around a while, don't know. But in looking at video evaluations, I'm looking at what I actually see. And what I actually see is that this was just managed flawlessly. And I'm so thrilled that Wolfie got this opportunity and that Jen is making a big effort to find him a working partner so that he's not a lonely dog. So there you go. I hope this was valuable to you. It was fun for me.